In your class on Tuesday, we went over noun clauses with that. That's one common way to make a noun clause, is to start with the word that. And we had these 4 categories. So let's review quickly before we look at your homework. So there's subject, verb, plus that clause. There's person plus be plus adjective plus that clause. There's it plus be plus adjective plus that clause. And there's that, it is a fact that, plus your subject and verb. Let's take away the capital. So let's give examples of each of these so that they're fresh in our minds. So for subject, verb, that clause, what kinds of verbs work like that? These are things like I think, I feel, I believe, I prefer. So here are a few examples. And after this, we put that and another subject and verb. I think that dogs make good pets. I feel that. So all of these are really asking about your opinion, right? I feel that climate change is an important issue. I believe. Now you can say I believe in, right? But when you're using subject, verb, and that clause, there's no in. Just I believe that. And then we need a subject verb. So I believe that good will always win over evil. So here, good is my subject, so that's a little confusing. I'll make it goodness. So then it really looks like a noun, right? Goodness will always win over evil. Now after prefer, you've learned that you can use a gerund, right? Like I prefer going, I prefer seeing. But here we're going to do I prefer that. And then we need a subject and verb. So I prefer that we leave early. Okay? Then here we have person plus be plus adjective plus that clause. So under this pattern, the person could be a name or it could be something like he or she. So some adjectives that work like this. He is happy that class is canceled. None of you feel like that, I'm sure. Right? So we have person plus be plus adjective, and then that plus subject plus verb. Some more adjectives that work like this. Afraid, amazed, angry, certain, confident, glad, right? All of these are coming from page 257 in your book. We could do surprised. She's surprised that we have so many videos today. So we have she plus be, adjective, and then our that clause. And remember that that clause is our noun clause. Here we have it. So a lot of students struggle with it, but it's very common construction in English. It is plus adjective, right? So it is amazing that the air is so smoky. So in this case, amazing is not positive, it's just like shocking, right? It is possible that we will finish early, right? So in all these cases, we have that clauses. Remember, you can take the that out. You can say, I think dogs make good pets. It's just less formal. Right? He is happy class is canceled. I could take the that out. It's still the same, no problem. It's just more informal. It's amazing the air is so smoky. I can do it again. Okay, now with it is a fact that, we are going to introduce something that we think is obviously a fact, very clear, right? So it is a fact that the fire has caused a lot of damage. No one will argue with that, right? Same thing we could say, it is a fact the fire has caused a lot of damage. You don't need to put that, but you can. All right? So this is a little less common, but you might see that as well. Or it is a fact that next week is a holiday. So that's a little warm up to review the homework that you had on page 24. I'm going to expand your screen here. On page 24, you had to take these sentences and use one of these structures, right? Start with it. For example, number 2. Tim hasn't been able to make any friends. So we could say maybe that's a pity or that's a shame, okay? So it's a pity. It's the same as saying it's too bad, right? It's a pity that Tim hasn't been able to make any friends. Now, the book also is pointing out that you can start with that. That Tim hasn't made any friends is a pity. So this whole clause right here is a subject. Now, this is not as common, so I'm just going to focus on the first part of the exercise, okay? So let's look at number 3. The earth revolves around the sun. Which of these makes the most sense for that? Maybe it's obvious or it's a fact. Sorry, that the earth revolves around the sun. Yeah? Let's look at the next one. Exercise can reduce heart disease. What could we say here? We could say it's clear, or it's a well-known fact. You have a few choices, right? Let's go with it's clear. Number 5, drug abuse can ruin one's health. I would say that's pretty obvious, right? Everyone knows that. So I would say it's obvious. Number 6. Some women do not earn equal pay for equal work. So which describes that? I think maybe unfair is the best one. So let's try that. It is unfair that some women do not earn equal pay for equal work. Number 7. Irene, who's an excellent student, failed her entrance examination. Okay, she's an excellent student and she failed, so that's something surprising or strange. So we could use either of those. Let's use strange. I'm going to shorten it a little bit. Okay. And finally, number 8. English is the principal language of business throughout much of the world. So which of these makes the most sense to you? Maybe it's a well-known fact. And I'll put ... You know the rest. All right.